What is the function of the endocrine system?
The endocrine system is a collection of glands that produce hormones that regulate metabolism, growth, and development. Also, tissue function, sexual function, reproduction, sleep, and mood, among other things.
What organs make up the endocrine system?
The endocrine system is made up of the pituitary gland, thyroid gland, parathyroid glands, adrenal glands, pancreas, ovaries, and
What is the function of each organ?
The pituitary gland produces critical hormones, which are chemical substances that control various bodily functions. The thyroid gland is to make, store, and release thyroid hormones into the blood. The parathyroid glands, they produce a hormone called the parathyroid hormone. The adrenal glands, they produce hormones that help the body control blood sugar, burn protein and fat, react to stimulus like a major illness or injury, and regulate blood pressure. The pancreas has an endocrine function because it releases juices directly into the bloodstream, and it has an exocrine function because it releases juices into the ducts. Enzymes or digestive juices produced by the pancreas are secreted into the small intestine to further break down food after it has left the stomach. The ovaries produce eggs for fertilization, and they produce the reproductive hormones estrogen and proestrogen. The testicles, they are the primary functions. The primary functions of the testicles are to produce sperms and to produce androgens, primarily testosterone. Both functions of the testicles are influenced by gonadotropin hormones produced by the anterior pituitary. Luteinizing hormone results in testosterone release. Which organs are affected with obesity?
When suffering of obesity, the organs that are affected the most are the heart, the colon, the brain, the skin, and the lungs.
Because
Excess fat tissue in the body requires oxygen to stay alive. This means your heart recruits more blood vessels to deliver oxygen-rich blood into that tissue. In addition, the more fat that accumulates inside your arteries, the harder those arteries get. Thicker walls allow a narrower space for blood to pass through. So to maintain the same pressure, the heart must work harder. Atherosclerosis, the hardening of the artery walls, is 10 times more common in obese than in healthy people.
the colon is located in the large intestine, and obesity affects the colon because
Researchers haven't found the connection between obesity and most cancers to be all that strong, except for colon cancer. Among both men and women with obese classifications, colorectal cancers arise with the starting frequency. This could be for two main reasons, experts suspect. The first involves a diet high in processed meats and red meats, a common factor among patients suffering from colon polyps, an early potential sign of colon cancer. The other factor is an elevated level of insulin or insulin related growth factor in the blood.
obesity affects the brain because
The link between body and mind isn't new, but the latest science is compelling. A 2010 study found cognitive function showed negative associations with obesity and measures. One hypothesis cites the deteriorating white matter that surrounds nerve fibers in the brain, which sends signals around the organ. This white matter sheathing has been found more damaged in brains of the obese.
obesity affects the skin because
It's easy to forget how much obesity can damage the skin, and contrary to popular opinion, cosmetic blemishes like stretch marks aren't the only consequence. Hormone changes can cause acanthosis nigricans, a thickening and darkening of the skin. Swelling and stretching of the skin can cause redness and irritation, known as the status dermatitis, and poor vein function can lead to ulcers, found most often in ankles and resulting of lacking blood flow.
obesity affects the lungs because
Like the arteries surrounding your heart, your lungs face a great risk in the presence of excess fat. A study published in 2010 showed large amounts of adipose tissue diminishes the organ's overall capacity for air. This in itself possesses significant risk for poor ventilation, which can both exacerbate existing respiratory diseases or produce the same side effects even in the absence of those diseases. Poor lung function means blood vessels may not be getting enough oxygen. Similarly, obese people face a far greater risk for obstructive sleep apnea than non-obese people, further limiting the oxygen their bodies take in.